Hello, first graders. Welcome back for your last day of writing for this prompt. We are still writing to explain, and this week we are writing about animals and what makes them a good pet. So we already went through our brainstorming process. We have our writing on a flow map. If you have not done all of the previous two videos and you are not on this step yet, please go back and watch those videos first. They'll teach you how to start with a one-sided flow map for brainstorming and then go to a flow map to organize your paragraph sentences. And then you can meet us back here. If you do have your flow map ready to go, then we can move on. So here is my flow map from yesterday that I made with you. And my prompt is still up here. I want to make sure that I'm still talking about an animal and what makes them a good pet and why. But before I start writing, I really want to rehearse my sentences in order, not just to make sure that it sounds well and everything flows together, but just to make sure that I have a good idea of what I need to be writing, because sometimes we remember a sentence differently. So I may leave out a sentence in my mind when I think back on what I wrote yesterday. So today's a new day. I really want to use my notes to write the best paragraph because I don't want to do all of that hard work and then just have it for nothing. I want to use that hard work and apply it to this new task so that I can see that you've been working hard the entire time and following it step by step. So how you're going to rehearse with flow maps, it's nice and easy. You're just following the arrows. The same way that the arrow goes, that's where your sentences are going and how your sentences flow. The only thing that kids typically run into, the only thing that's hard to remember is our transition words. Our transition words are written at the top of the boxes filled with our reason. Those are part of the sentence. So this sentence here starts with first and a comma because we need to take a little break when we're speaking with the transition word. And then we continue the sentence with their fur can be shaved and used to make clothes. Because it's a continued sentence, this T here does not need to be capital. That's not the beginning of the sentence anymore. First is. So the F in first does have to be capital. And you'll see that when I'm ready to write my paragraph as well. But for right now, just want to rehearse. You can watch and listen to me rehearse the first time, and then I'm going to ask you to read and rehearse with me the second time. So this is what my paragraph is going to sound like. A llama makes a great pet. First, their fur can... messed up. Let's try it again. A llama makes a great pet. First, their fur can be shaved and used to make clothes. Next, they help mow the lawn by eating the grass. Finally, they are soft and cuddly. Llamas are great pets for homes with large backyards. Okay, so that was my first time rehearsing. You could see I made a mistake, and that's fine because it's a rehearsal. That's what rehearsals are for. They're practices. You're going to make a mistake. Maybe a sentence isn't going to make sense, and so you want to reread it. If it doesn't make sense, you might need to add a word or take away a word so that sentence does flow and make sense. But you basically want to pretend that you are the reader, making sure that you understand this paragraph as a reader. Because again, sometimes it sounds different in our head because we know what we want to say. And our brain might throw in a couple of words that make the sentence make sense. But we have to make sure that those words were also typed out and our brain didn't accidentally skip it because we were thinking too fast. So this time I want you to read my paragraph with me. Make sure it makes sense to you. I already read it once. I know that I'm okay with it, but I want to double check and make sure that I'm totally fine with it before I do all the hard work. So let's read it together. A llama makes a great pet. First, their fur can be shaved and used to make clothes. Next, they help mow the lawn by eating the grass. Finally, they are soft and cuddly. Llamas are great pets for homes with large backyards. Cool. Sounds great. Want to make sure third time's a charm. Let's go back and read it one more time. A llama makes a great pet. First, their fur can be shaved and used to make clothes. Next, they help mow the lawn by eating the grass. Finally, they are soft and cuddly. Llamas are great pets for homes with large backyards. Awesome. I rehearsed it 3 times. The first time I made some mistakes, but when I reread it, it still made sense. Second time, made sense. Third time, made sense. I'm ready to go. Now, if you go and you're reading your flow map and it doesn't make sense, it's okay. Look at the sentence that is a bit confusing and see what words you can add, what words you can delete. Okay? All of our introduction sentences should have the same words except for the pet part because we all used a closed sentence for that one. And then I read your guys' conclusions. Your conclusions are amazing. Some of you told me where to get that pet by going to a shelter or by adopting. Some of you told me that you have 2 of those pets, so you know how it is to have that animal as a pet. So you guys are coming up with your own ideas, which is perfect. You're making your writing your own. You're moving on. Just go back and make sure that all your sentences flow together before writing. Okay? So now that I rehearsed 3 times, I know my sentences flow. I'm ready to write. So you in your Google form, you're going to have a chance to type it out. Now with typing, we have to just make sure that capitals aren't put in where they don't need to be. Spelling is correct. You will get a red squiggly line under your word if it is not spelled correctly. So it helps you out that way. And then punctuation. So we're still looking for the 3 main components in first grade, which is capital letters, punctuation. Spacing shouldn't be a problem with typing because again, you will get that squiggly red line underneath that'll tell you that that word is not correct. It might need a space. It might need a spelling correction. Okay, I know typing is something that we're still practicing, but boys and girls, please make sure you are the one typing, not mom or dad, not brother, sister, or cousin. You are typing. We are going to be working with computers from now on, so we need the practice in typing our own work. Okie dokes. So let's get started. I want to make sure that I'm still using the flow of my flow map, starting with the top and following the arrows. So my first sentence is going to be, a llama makes a great pet. And here it is. A llama makes a great pet. Then I need to start with this transition word first and add that comma. So here's first and the comma. Their fur can be shaved. Their fur can be, I ran out of space, so I need to start on the next line. Again, with the computer, if you run out of space, it'll start on the next line for you. Shaved and used to make clothes. So here's my whole sentence. I could double check that every word in the sentence is used. First, their fur can be shaved and used to make clothes. Their fur can be shaved and used to make clothes. Perfect. Now, the only thing that we have to double check when we're doing this on a computer is that sometimes if you come to the end of the line and you push enter to get to the next line because you know the word won't fit, sometimes the computer will automatically make this beginning word with a capital. Now that's an easy fix. You just move your cursor all the way back to the S, delete the capital S, and write the lowercase s again. It should not pop up capital anymore. Okay, but remember, just like if we're writing it with a pencil, if the beginning of the line is in the middle of a sentence, it doesn't have to be capital. Just because it starts the line doesn't mean that it has to be a capital letter unless it is the name of a person, place, or a thing. So now I move on to my next sentence, which starts with transition word next. So next, they help mow the lawn by eating the grass. Next, they help mow the lawn by eating the grass. Next, they help mow the lawn by eating the grass. Perfect. Every single word from my flow map is in my paragraph. That's the way that I practiced it and made sense. That's the way that I'm comfortable with my final product saying. Now I go to my next sentence. Finally, they are soft and cuddly. Finally, they are soft and cuddly. Good. Ends with the period. We're all good. So far, so good. Now on to my conclusion sentence, which is down here. I have space here. I do not need to push enter and start another line. This is still all part of one answer to one question. So it's all in the same paragraph. So I'm going to start right after the period. Llamas are great pets for homes with large backyards. Llamas are great pets for homes with large backyards. Ends with a period, ends with a period. Perfect. My very last step, go back, read it, make sure I didn't miss a word. So let's read it together. A llama makes a great pet. First, their fur can be shaved and used to make clothes. Next, they help mow the lawn by eating the grass. Finally, they are soft and cuddly. Llamas are great pets for homes with large backyards. Everything sounds good. It looks like I have all the words for my flow map on my final paragraph. I am good to submit. So your job is going to be on this same form, this same Google form, right below the video. There's a space for you to type in your paragraph. Remember, you are the first grade student. You are the one who needs to do the typing. Even if it takes a very long time, we have to show that perseverance, that lion pride to get it done, because we are going to need to get used to typing and using technology. You're going to use your flow map from yesterday to rehearse your paragraph 3 times out loud. Make sure it's out loud because remember, our brain can throw in some words that aren't there. But if we're reading out loud all of those words that are on the paper, your ear can catch any missing word or words that may not flow with that sentence. Then use your flow map to write your paragraph into the Google form. And then you're all done for writing this week. You guys have shown a huge improvement in your writing and your flow maps. Good job. I'm sure these paragraphs are going to be amazing. Keep up the good work. See you next week.